Nerd Street!
Nerd Street! Hey everybody, welcome back to your favorite group of nerds. We hope we're your favorite. I'm Brent, this is
Nintendo, y'all.
Nintendo, and today we are talking about the new movie, new-ish, because it's been out like a week and a half now, Antman and Wasp. Like we usually do with the new in-theater movies, is first part of it we're going to talk about general things. We're not going to spoil anything, and then we will warn you when we get into spoiler mode, and then you can turn it off. So, why don't you start with your impressions of the movie?
Alright guys, a little late on this one, but life happened, but we got the video done anyways. Ant-Man surprised me, and I gotta go back to the first one when I say this. I actually needed a re-up to see Ant-Man 1 again to jump into Ant-Man 2. I remember my memory of Ant-Man before I rewatched it wasn't that great. I didn't like the plot too much. I thought it was a little cheesy, but I was wrong. I went back, borrowed the film from Brent. Thanks, by the way. It was a good movie. Went back and I loved it. Loved everything. I actually moved up to my top 5 Marvel movie, Ant-Man 1. Ant-Man 2 was awesome, fun. All the sub-characters were much more fleshed out, better, and funnier this time around. The villain was cool. Wasp was awesome. I have a crush on Wasp, so every time she was on screen, every scene, I was like, just had my eyes on her the whole time. So I'm a little biased as far as Wasp goes. She's super hot. She's okay in my book. Love her. I think what's her dad's name? The actor? He's a legend. I'm forgetting right now.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas. I think he is the best actor in both Ant-Man movies. So to me, I thought he definitely brought his A game. I thought he was slipping maybe in movie choices and acting, but he is total AAA full force. I think he's going to be in Avengers. He's that good. I really think he's going to be involved in the next Avengers somehow, some way. I think the plot was a little faster than the first one. There was no scenes or parts where you could catch up to what was going on. It moved fairly fast. I think that I would definitely see a 3 if they made it, and without spoiling, there are after-scene credits, and those are really cool. They kind of give you a sneak peek at, or some new ideas about how this can possibly connect Ant-Man to what's going on with all the Avengers and the story arc in Infinity Gauntlet or War, which will be fun to see. I give it out of 10, I give it a 7. 7.
Okay.
What do you think?
Interesting. I wouldn't rank it quite that high. In fact, I thought it was, let me start by saying I did enjoy the movie. So I didn't think the movie was awful or anything, but I would rank it in towards the bottom of my favorite Marvel movies and MCU movies. I felt, it was a lot of fun. There was some humor. There was some action. It was a good, fun movie, but I felt it paled in comparison to the first Ant-Man movie.
I agree.
I felt that the humor wasn't there. There was some humor, but it wasn't as funny as the first Ant-Man.
Michael Pena
was
really
right,
good in this one.
Yeah,
he was good.
There was. I didn't care about this villain in this one. I didn't necessarily care for Yellow Jacket in the first one, but there was some. He was more than just some random person, and I felt they just kind of randomly threw this villain in. So I really had no real connection to this person, except that I thought that this person was really creepy when they were outside of their get-up.
Yeah.
The way they did There was the special effects of CGI, although some of the stuff was kind of cool. There wasn't as much with the ants. There was so much in the first one where you saw where he was small, and there was you saw him interacting with the ants when he was small and stuff. And
that was really cool.
That was such a big part of the first one, and they do that a little bit in the second one. But
they go big instead. They go the opposite size, Instead of seeing his world from being small, they kind of like try to see how big they can make it.
Yeah, but he still spends most of the movie as Ant-Man, so all in all, I would give it like a solid 5.5.
Okay.
I would put it out there with like Captain America: The First Avenger and Thor: The Dark World as far as my
you lower Cap
lower echelon.
Yeah, gotcha.
So now we're gonna start getting into spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, turn this off now.
Turn it off. Turn the TV off. Turn it all off. Go
Right.
for a walk. Think about why
go
you
to the
haven't
theater
seen
and
it.
see it.
Walk
Yeah.
to the theater. Check out what we're talking about. Then come back and comment.
All right. Spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Boom!
1. All right.
Okay, villain. Let's talk about the villain.
All right.
All right. Villain was really cool in her suit. It was a female, newer actress. I don't know too much of her work. I think the suit that they put her in was really, really, really awesome. But I don't know if that's an original idea. It looks straight out of Destiny.
It looks straight out of Destiny. And, you know, the purpose of the suit was to help her from phasing out and everything like that.
I get that.
Are they really going to color code it and put cool eye cameras and stuff like
like
that?
that.
You know, it just seemed...
Over the top?
Over the top, right.
Okay.
I mean,
but don't you think that suit would work great on another character?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like in the first one, the Yellow Jacket suit looked all sleek, and
Yeah.
even the Ant-Man, you know, color coordinated and
Kind of
stuff.
teched out.
Because these were prototypes that were going to be sold to corporations.
As weapons, yeah.
Yeah, this suit was just her, you know, her don't
take.
go nuts suit.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you said that her outside of the suit was creepy to you.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I think creepy is cool. I think if she was really cheesy, not creepy. Would you think she was creepy?
I thought, you know, the way kind of her hair was all stringy and she'd like, we're gonna do this. He's got a son and this and that. You know, I thought she was like.
Yeah, but not a fun kind of dark, crazy.
No, not
it
fun.
was cheesy.
It was like the homeless cat lady type. You know.
It was. It was
creepy. So
yeah. So we're done with the villain because Marvel seems to always miss the mark. I'm gonna say with villains as a whole, they only wait for their biggest money-making AAA excursions to really concentrate on a villain. And I'm getting a little tired of it. Are you?
Well,
you gotta be crazy to think the Black Panther villain was good. It was not. Did you think that was good?
Killmonger, no, but
they're giving a lot of props to that.
Oh, see, I mean, now Michael P. Jordan was a great actor.
Good actor, but not good in that movie as the villain.
Yeah, I didn't care for that. But see, here's the thing: when you look at, for instance, with the Ant-Man, Ant-Man is mostly known as part of the Avengers. So finding an Ant-Man specific villain is kind of tough.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
You know, and you're not going to have somebody like Loki or whatever going up against Ant-Man in the Ant-Man movie.
No, but why I have a problem with Ant-Man's villain with the suit compared to outside the suit is if they got a serious actress, maybe a little more womanly, maybe a little more adult-ish, that would have reflected off each other, would have been better. You know?
Sure.
So that I think half the villain was there, even though the suit reminded me of another franchise. It was still a badass looking suit. Now, if they had a badass actress to match kind of the tech and the seriousness that suit brought, I think it would have been a much better mold for a villain. But no, I think Marvel has dropped the ball again with a villain, is the point I'm trying to say.
And now if we look at, I mean, really, the villain, was her name Ghost or Spectre? Or
Spectre.
Spectre. She really wasn't the main antagonist in this movie. I mean, it was kind of, she was a little bit, and the police were a little bit, but the main antagonist in this movie was time. They were racing against the clock to try to bring Wasp's mom back. And even then, I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer is a great actress, although she was minimal in this. And I didn't have any emotional connection to her, and I didn't really care.
Nope, and the reason why, I think it was one easy fix that they really dropped the ball with to flesh out Michelle Pfeiffer. All you had to do was give us a few scenes of where she was stuck at. That was it, in the middle of the movie. That's all you need to do. We didn't know or see her until they actually found her towards the end of the movie. They should have showed her struggle and her begging or waiting or looking for her family to save her.
And I think, too, that since, you know, Marvel's kind of looking at it and saying quantum physics is such a theoretical field, let's just make it do whatever we want.
Exactly.
So she can plant an antenna in Paul Rudd's mind, and sure, that's a thing. And
scientists, physicists, and philosophers are rolling in their bed if they've seen this movie. They're probably rolling their eyes, thinking it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
And my son brought up a very good point.
Okay.
You know, they're
he always does.
When Paul Rudd went subatomic and he finds Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And he takes off their helmet and she's not wearing a helmet and they're talking and blah blah blah. They're at the subatomic level. They are smaller than molecules of oxygen.
Yeah.
So what are they breathing?
Oh.
Then there's the whole thing of she hasn't
They
eaten.
do have masks. I wonder if there's apparatuses in there. I see wires coming out of the mouthpieces. I do. I'm just saying, maybe if there was a visual dictionary, if we Googled it, there may be a reason why. There may be. I don't want to count Marvel out from that one.
And then, now she's been trapped down there 30 years, so she hasn't eaten in 30 years. She looks pretty healthy for somebody who hasn't had a bite to eat for 30 years.
God, she pretty much does.
Yeah.
Unless she's like eating pieces of microscopic algae
Right.
or dust particles that are smaller than her.
She's got a little like dust mite with a little
Bacteria on it.
She's Wilson.
Well, oh my God, she's going crazy down there.
Right, it's cast away in the subatomic realm. And then now let's cut to the mid-credit scene. Oh, the end credit scene I thought was useless.
Yeah.
But the mid-credit scene, that was the important one where they're testing the tunnel and everything like that. And then they threw something out there which was just a throwaway but gives us a big hint for Avengers 4. When Michelle Pfeiffer says, we don't want you to get sucked into a time vortex because we'll never be able to find you. So
now time travel for the next Avengers movie.
Right,
is what
exactly.
we're talking
So
about here.
we know Ant-Man is a part of it. If you saw our last video where it talks about Avengers 4 rumors, we've seen pictures of Paul Rudd on set as Ant-Man. So
you pointed this out is Pym-Tech. Pym-Tech is everywhere, which makes me think, what's his name? Michael Douglas is going to be in Avengers because he's Pym-Tech and he's going to make something to help the Avengers possibly.
Well,
if it doesn't already exist,
probably won't because he went poof with the tent.
He disappeared with her.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's on his own.
Right. So Paul Rudd, where we leave things off, is Ant-Man is stuck in the subatomic realm with nobody watching
to get him out.
Right.
Yeah, but he could probably get himself out with the Pym-Tech.
Maybe if he's got something. Well, he's got the little
Did the Hulk? Did Bruce Banner poof?
No, Bruce is still around.
Bruce will help him. Bruce will pull him out of there.
If Bruce knows how to find him.
Bruce is a scientist, dude. He could figure this one out.
When we last left off, though, Bruce was in Wakanda.
Yeah, Wakanda's a perfect place for a scientist.
Right, but Ant-Man is in New York.
Oh, that doesn't matter. He can get over to Pym-Tech once he realizes what's going on. But how are we going to do it? I'm getting excited. I want it to happen.
So, that mid-credit scene, I think that was a big connector with the whole time tunnel or time vortex. That's how they're going to get to the past into the time travel in Avengers 4.
That's how they're going to get to the past for the future. No, you're in the future.
So that's our thoughts on Ant-Man, Antman and the Wasp, rather. A solid movie, not top of the line, but definitely enjoyable. I'll tell you what, even Ant-Man being at the lower end of the MCU, it's still up there with the top end of the DC movies.
Yeah.
So,
and Lucasfilm, too. Top end of that, too.
So, a good movie worth watching. My family will probably buy it, again, just like we bought the first Ant-Man.
But one was better. I want that to be known, okay? That's going to be the big question in your head. Is it as good as one? Is it better? It is not as good, and it's not better.
Yeah, it is not as good or better than one, but still worth it.
But still worth it, absolutely.
So thanks for watching. Keep those comments coming in. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe.
Yes.
Hit the little bell icon so you get notified when we put new videos out Monday and Thursday, and then we'll do on the fly whenever some breaking news comes out.
Oh, yeah, we're on top of that one. Before we go, what would have made Ant-Man better? If they added X-Force.